We're back.
The ComCast.
It's been a little bit.
Yeah, it has. Spring break got the best of us. There's been a lot of, days off recently, so it's kind of messed up our posting schedule.
Testing period, senior stuff. It's just been a lot on our plate, but we've been slacking a little bit. But it's nice to have something to talk about again. NBA playoff basketball is here. It's a long, treacherous regular season, but I don't know about you, Davis, but I think the NBA playoffs are severely underrated.
They've gotten so much better. I wish the best playoffs, in my opinion, that I've ever watched was the bubble playoffs.
So 2020?
I feel like the bubble playoffs was my favorite playoffs to watch.
I mean, you had nothing to do. People were playing out of their mind. T.J. Warren, Damian Lillard. So many people that just stepped up. But playoff basketball started yesterday. The play-in tournament. The Brooklyn Nets get the 7th seed in the East after they beat the Cavaliers, my Cavaliers, by 7 points. KD and Kyrie dominated. Wasn't really close until the end. And then in the West, the Timberwolves snagged the 7th seed after they beat the Clippers by 5. Very back-and-forth game. So for the play-in tournament, I don't know if you know if it works. So the Cavs will play the winner of the Hornets and Hawks tonight for the 8th seed. And the Clippers will play the winner of the Spurs and Pelicans for the 8th seed in the West.
Yep.
So, Davis, who do you think is going to be the 8th seed in the East?
The East?
Between the Cavaliers. Who do you think is going to win Hornets-Hawks first?
The Hawks.
Why do you have the Hawks?
Because Trae Young in the playoffs is a different animal, a different breed, and he's on the road. Oh, no, he's probably home because of the higher seed. I'm guessing, the Hawks are home.
Yes, the Hawks are home.
Yeah, I think the Hawks win pretty easily. It's Trae Young in the playoffs, and I don't know. I just don't feel like the Hornets have enough to stay in it the whole game.
You don't think LaMelo and...
I mean, they're shooters. They're a shooting team. So if
they don't play defense, though.
If they have an off-shooting night, they're not going to win.
I'm also with you, the Hawks. This team made the ECF last year. Even though they got rid of guys like Cam Reddish at the trade deadline, I'm still a big fan of this Hawks team. I love LaMelo Ball. I love Miles Bridges. I love Rozier, but I just think the Hawks are too much.
Yeah.
And then who do you have winning for the 8th seed, the Cavs or the Hawks?
Is everyone back on the Cavs?
Jared Allen is out.
So I don't know about that. I feel like you have to go with the Hawks. I mean, they're as you said, the Eastern Conference. They're in the ECF last year, so.
You got the Hawks?
Yeah. And I got the Hawks against the Heat.
Okay, hold the phone. For my picks, I also agree. I think the Hawks, they've been there. They know how to win big games, and they're at home. I like the Hawks. And then I think the Cavs find a way to win. They'll be at home. They play very good defense. I think Trae Young's going to go crazy, but I think Darius Garland matches him. I think Karis LeVert and Mobley have big games. So I got the Cavs being my 8th seed. And then in the West, who do you have winning, Spurs or Pelicans, to play the Clippers?
Pelicans. The Spurs are so bad.
Better than the Lakers.
Yeah, they are better than the Lakers. And then the Clippers beat them.
I'm different. I think the Pelicans win. Even without Zion, C.J. McCollum has been playing great basketball ever since getting traded. Herb Jones and Jose Alvarado have played great on the Pelicans, being their bench guys. I still love what B.I. does, Brandon Ingram does for the Pelicans. And then between them and the Clippers, I have the Pelicans. I just like the way the Pelicans are playing right now. I think they're playing inspired basketball. And even though Paul George is healthy, they're not the same without him and Kawhi Leonard together. Paul George is just coming back, which is why I have the Pelicans as my 8th seed. All right. Round 1. Well, you want to start in the East or the West?
We're going to start in the East.
You want to go all the way through every round, or you want to do game or series by series?
Round by round.
So you want to do the whole first round?
Yeah, whole first round, whole second round.
Okay. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Heat versus Cavs. With Jared Allen, I think this is a totally different series. I think the Cavs, they could bang with Bam Adebayo, but I don't know. I think Mobley's going to get flustered because I think Bam's the best defensive center in the NBA at 6'10". Still, he's still that good. I think Jimmy Butler, this is a big year for him to prove himself in the playoffs. He really needs to step up. I think Kyle Lowry and PJ Tucker just are too much for this young Cavs team. They'll be really good in a year from now, but I have the Heat winning in 5 games. And then Philly-Toronto is really interesting.
Wait. Let me go for the Heat. I misunderstood you. We're each gonna. You'll understand. So my Heat Hawks series.
Yes.
Someone explained to me how the Heat are the 1 seed.
Yeah.
I know it goes by overall record.
Yes.
The Heat are the 1 seed.
Yes.
But they're the 6th best team in the East.
What do you mean?
Like
Team-wise, you
yeah,
think
team-wise, they're the 6th best.
They've been healthy. They've been just playing. I don't know. Their bench guys like Crooks and I forget Yusufin. Like their bench guys have been playing really good in their regular season.
The Sixers, Bucks, Bulls, Celtics, and Nets are all a better team.
But they're the number 1 overall seed.
Yeah.
Like some people think Golden State's better than Phoenix, but Phoenix is still the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
But that's a topic for another. Who do you want me to keep going, or do you want me?
No. I got the Hawks.
In how many games?
Hawks in 6.
Why do you think the Hawks won in 6 games? I think that's blasphemy. But
because it's Trey Young underdog story.
But Atlanta plays good, or Miami plays good defense. Kyle Lowry is a stud, but I respect your point.
Yeah. Trey just finds a way to get open or get fouled because they love calling fouls for him.
So you think it's a long series, though?
Yeah, I think it's a long series.
You want me to move on to the next game?
Yeah, we're now on to the 76ers and the Toronto Raptors.
This series is also really interesting for me. Matisse Thybulle, one of the Sixers' best players, is not allowed to play in Toronto. He is not vaccinated, and Toronto will not let people who are not vaccinated play. And Tybulle's argument is that he wants to keep himself, which I get that. Everyone's has their own opinion on the vaccine. You're allowed to have it, but I think Thybulle is a big loss for Philly because he's their defense with guys like James Harden and all the offense they have. Tyrese Maxey in their starting lineup. They need a defensive guy like Thybulle, but I really love Philly post James Harden trade. I think the 2-man game of Embiid and Harden are really good. Even though I really like Toronto with OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Siakam is vastly underrated. Van Vliet is a very good scorer. I like the Sixers in 7 games. I think Toronto keeps it really close, especially with Thybulle not playing on the road. So I got Philly in 7 games.
I really want to say I got the 6 in 6.
Yeah.
But I actually have the Sixers in 6. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Because they have James Harden and Joel Embiid.
Yep.
And Tyrese Maxey.
Yep.
They have...
3-headed monster.
The Raptors have Siakam.
Yeah.
I mean, Van Vliet's really good. Van Vliet is really good. But
underrated.
Going up against Harden, when you compare...
Yeah.
And when you compare Joel Embiid, it's just going to be a really hard game for the Raptors to win. Like, the 76ers are the 4th seed. They haven't really been at full strength all year.
Moving on, 3 versus 6, Chicago versus Milwaukee. I don't even have to spend time on this. Defending champs, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Giannis, Bobby Portis, Bucks in 5.
Yeah, 4-1. DeMar will have a game where he drops 45.
I think the Bulls cannot be good teams. They're 1-18 against teams above 500.
Yeah.
I love the Bulls. I think they had a really successful year, but Bucks in 5.
The only game the Bulls win is if
DeMar
DeRozan
or
drops,
Zach LaVine.
Yeah, they drop like 60 combined or something like that, or 70 combined.
This is the very interesting series. Boston, Brooklyn.
Is Kyrie allowed to play in New York now?
Yes. You want me to go?
Yeah. Take it away.
Boston 7. I think Boston's been the hottest team in basketball. Jason Tatum has been otherworldly. Jaylen Brown's been really good. I think they made some really good moves at the trade deadline. And Boston's done a phenomenal job this year. And although Brooklyn has so much star power, I got Boston in 7 games.
I got Boston in 7 as well. They're my favorite team in the East. I feel like the way that they changed their defensive scheme, like
Best defense in the NBA.
they're so good,
They
and
are.
Tatum and Brown can they either get a free open shot or they get a easy for the NBA layup or dunk or just try attempt or whatever. And then Marcus Smart, he's playing really good.
Yeah. Moving on to the Eastern semis. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good. I'm done.
So I have Miami and Philly. This is a really tough series for me again, but I got Philly in 6 games. I think I think Philly with James Harden and Joel Embiid is too much for Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Hero. I think their offense is just so much better than their defense, and I love Philly this year. So I got Philly in 6 games.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got 76ers, but I got the Hawks in my thing. 76ers in 5.
That's not a good matchup for the Hawks.
Not at all.
Do you need any discussion? Or you just gonna...
No, there's no discussion needed.
Okay. Bucks, Celtics, Bucks in 5. I think the Bucks are really good. I love Boston, but I think I don't think they have a guy who can stop Giannis one-on-one. And Drew Holiday can take Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. And Chris Middleton is a really good third option. And I just love Milwaukee's team. I love Grayson Allen on that team. I think he makes them really good.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they lost DiVincenzo to a trade, I like Milwaukee in 5.
You forgot about the one guy on the Celtics that is ready to do some damage in the playoffs.
Who is that?
Nick Stauskas.
Okay.
Jax knows the name from back in college.
Michigan.
He was a Wooden Award finalist, I think.
Killed Ohio State.
Killed the whole Big Ten.
He did kill.
And he's ready to kill that team from Milwaukee.
So you have Boston.
Yeah.
In
6. Actually, no. I don't feel like it'll go 6. I feel like it'll go 7.
You think Boston in 7?
Yes.
I like that. It's interesting. It's bold.
Because, they're such a hard team to beat. Like the Bucks. But so are the Celtics.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're going to have home court advantage for 4 games. So I think Boston's going to go crazy.
They will. Oh, they will.
4 games.
The ECF, for me, it's Philly, Milwaukee. This is the 2 best teams in the East, in my opinion. I think Milwaukee goes back to the finals. 7 games. I think this is a great ECF. Giannis comes ready to play. They get home court. I just love the way Milwaukee plays this year. They haven't been healthy all year. Give me a Milwaukee in 7 games. So you have Boston and Philly.
Boston and Philly?
Who's going to the finals?
I feel like it's going to be Boston because Philly's going to choke.
Okay.
Like, it's the Philly chokesters.
They are.
James Harden's going to have an awful series. 5.
So you think Brown locks them up?
I think Harden has a bad series.
And you think Robert Williams slows down Embiid? Doesn't stop him?
Someone somehow gets injured on the 76ers, like a big injury. Like the 76ers just they never end up making the finals. Like it's something like a mental block or something.
Okay.
But that's why I'm saying that.
Moving on to the West. So
it doesn't matter who wins that and becomes the 8th seed.
Okay, so we have, I'll just say, Phoenix versus Pelicans, 4 games. Not even a gentleman's sweep. I love New Orleans, but Devin Booker, Jay Crowder, Miles Bridges, Mikal Bridges, Chris Paul, Ayton, too much. Suns in 4.
Mm-hmm. The Jazz and Mavs.
Oh, you're the same thing?
Yeah, the same thing. 4. Jazz, ooh. This is a weird series, but I like this series.
I will be watching this series. Who do you got? I'll let you go first.
I'm pretty sure the last time the Mavs and the Jazz played each other, there was a buzzer beater for the Mavs, and the Mavs won.
It could be. I don't remember. Who do you have, Dave?
Hold on.
Bless you.
I have the Mavs
In?
5.
Why?
I just feel like Luka,
Yeah.
it's his time in the playoffs.
He's never won a playoff series.
Yeah. They don't have Kristaps, so they can't get choked by him. I just feel like it's the best case scenario going up against the Jazz right now. They're
Okay.
just not really full strength. The Jazz from like a few years ago, or like 2 years ago
Yeah.
even, like I feel like they'd smoke this Mavs team, but not the same Jazz team.
I'm with you. I think Mavs in 5, a gentleman's sweep. I think Donovan Mitchell goes crazy for 1. I really love Dallas. They've been playing great basketball. Jalen Brunson's been a bright star this year. Even though they don't have Kristaps, I think Bertans and Dinwiddie were really good trade options. Dinwiddie's playing really good off the bench. Finney Smith's playing a good small forward. I like Dallas a lot. And I think the Rudy Gobert-Donovan Mitchell tension will drive Donovan Mitchell out of Utah. So I think this is the end of it for Utah, even though I think they're really successful. Give me Dallas in 5. Then we move on to an intriguing series, Golden State, Denver. This is a really tough one for me, but I got Golden State in 6. Because if Jamal Murray comes back and Michael Porter Jr. comes back, I think this is a totally different series.
Yeah.
But I think Steph Curry, Jordan Poole, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, they're just too much for Denver with only Jokic right now.
Are they expected to get the playoffs?
What do you mean?
Are they expected to return in time for the playoffs?
It's very up in the air. I don't know.
Because that's so huge.
But even if they aren't, like, not having your legs under you is a big.
Yeah.
You need NBA legs.
I feel like Golden State wins just simply off. If I think it's 6.
Yeah.
If they had them, it would probably be 5 or 6 for the Nuggets.
Moving on, Grizzlies Timberwolves. I think this is a very interesting series.
Grizzlies are my favorite team in the NBA.
I'm telling you, this is crazy, but I got Timberwolves in 7. I think this is my big upset pick. I love Cat. I think Anthony Edwards and D'Lo is a trio that John Morant and co. will have hard to guard. I think Jaren Jackson cannot guard Cat one-on-one. I think Anthony Edwards goes big time this series in his second year in the NBA. I don't know. I don't think the Grizzlies are ready for playoff basketball.
Grizzlies in 7. That's the motto.
Okay.
Because they always just find ways to win. They always just find ways to win, and it's the Grizzlies. Like, they have John Morant. They got Desmond Bane.
Jaren Jackson.
Desmond Bane is probably the hardest worker in the NBA.
He's so slept on.
It's because he looks so funny.
He has no drip. He just goes out and drops 20 every game.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Steven Adams has been playing really good this year.
He has. Whole Grizzlies team's been playing good.
Yeah.
Moving on, semis, Western semis. Phoenix versus Dallas. I think this is a terrible matchup for Dallas. Suns in 5. Gentleman's sweep. Yeah. I love Phoenix. Monty Williams, I think, will win Coach of the Year the way he's been coaching this year without Chris Paul. I think the Suns team is really close together. Their run to the finals last year was not a fluke, as we know. Devin Booker is otherworldly. I think he matches what Luka does. And when you have Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, and Ayton, I think the series is in 5. I think Luka goes crazy for one game, but Phoenix in 5.
Yeah. Maybe 6, but either way, the Suns still win.
Yeah. So for me, it's Golden State versus Minnesota. I think this is a bad matchup for Minnesota. I think Golden State will tell them how really playoff basketball will go. I got Golden State in 6 games. I think the Timberwolves get 1 or 2, maybe, if they're lucky. But I think the leadership and Steph Curry wanting another ring, I got Golden State in 6 games.
I really want the Grizzlies to win.
You have Golden State, Memphis, right?
Yes, I have Golden State, Memphis.
Okay.
I really want the Grizzlies to win.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening. But, it's the ComCast, Jax.
Yeah.
Grizz in 6.
Grizz in 6. Why?
because they just find a way.
You think they'll find a way? I respect
Golden
that.
State hasn't been having the greatest of seed. Like, yeah, they're the 3 seed.
But they started off hot. They have been cooling down.
Curry has had a really bad year for him comparatively to, like, his other years. Like,
Yeah.
they've barely ever been at full strength, and I feel like the chemistries might be off a little bit. I don't know.
I think that once they put Clay in the lineup, it really messed up Jordan Poole. I think Jordan
Poole needs more minutes, and with Clay on the floor,
it's hard.
It's hard because
Jordan Poole's a different player.
Yeah.
He's not the scorer. He has to play second fiddle to Clay.
yeah.
So the WCF, Phoenix Golden State. I think this is a really tough series to pick. I think it's very interesting, but I have Phoenix in 7 games. I think Phoenix is that good. I think they're as advertised. I know I'm boring, but I'm picking the 1 seed to come out of the West. I think Devin Booker just plays out of his mind.
Mm-hmm. I got Grizzlies.
Really?
I got Grizzlies and Suns,
Yeah.
but
Who
I
you
got
got?
the Suns in 5.
Wow. Gentleman sweep. Why?
I feel like they it might be 4 because I feel like Memphis just eventually is going to run out of gas.
John Morant's going to have to put the team on his back a little bit.
Yeah.
And they're going to, I feel like, playing Minnesota, then playing Golden State, those are going to be 2 grueling series.
Yeah.
For your predictions.
And Phoenix has a pretty free road to the Western Conference Finals.
They do.
Matchup-wise.
They do have good matchups. So then we get to the big dance, the NBA Finals. I have Milwaukee and Phoenix, a rematch of last year. Milwaukee's going back to back. I think it's done this year. Giannis, I think this puts him into the top 3 power forwards of all time if he goes back to back this year, and I think he will. I think Drew Holiday steps up big time, guarding Devin Booker again, taking him out of the game, or Chris Paul. Chris Middleton's a big time player. I think he equals the value that Mikal Bridges puts out, and I think Brook Lopez slows down Ayton enough. I know Brook Lopez isn't as big as a name as DeAndre Ayton, but Brook Lopez is good. Bobby Portis is good. I think he's way better than JaVale McGee as a second option. And I have Milwaukee in 7 games.
Me?
Hoisting up the Larry O'Brien trophy.
I got Boston and Phoenix.
You do.
I feel like that is a good matchup for Boston.
It is. For any final matchup, I don't think they're a good matchup with Golden State.
Boston's a hard matchup with anyone.
They play really good defense.
They're so tall.
They are.
You know what they say, tall guards in March and April win.
Yeah. So who's winning? Who's holding up the Larry O'Brien?
This one's going 7, 100%.
I think the finals this year, whoever it is, goes 7. I think it's gonna be a grueling finals.
I'm torn because
You love D-Book.
I love D-Book. I love Ayton and I love Bridges.
And you also love Tatum. You also love Nick Stauskas, and you love Jaylen Brown. This is tough for you. This is picking with your feelings.
I feel like it has to be the Suns, the revenge story.
How many games? 7?
7. I really want the Celtics to win.
Yeah.
But I just don't see it happening. The Suns are so good.
They are.
The Celtics are really good, but the Suns are so they have so much chemistry as a team.
They do.
Like they've played so many games together. Like they've had their whole starting 5
For 2 years.
And even playing this year over 75 games probably.
Yeah. Oh, more than that, probably 150.
Yeah.
And it's been the same starting 5. They haven't changed it.
Yeah. It's wild.
So, recapping all the matchups, I'll just go over my whole bracket first and you can do yours. Mm-hmm. I have the Heat beating the Cavs. I have the Philly beating Toronto. I have Milwaukee beating Chicago. I have Boston beating Brooklyn. I have Philly beating the Heat. I have Milwaukee beating the Celtics. And then I have the Bucks beating the Sixers to go to the finals in the East. And then the West, I have the Suns beating the
play-in
play-in team. I have the Mavericks beating the Jazz. I have the Warriors beating the Nuggets. I have the Timberwolves beating the Grizzlies. And then the semifinals, I have the Suns beating the Mavericks, the Warriors beating the Timberwolves, and then the WCF, I have the Suns beating the Warriors, and then the finals, I have the Bucks going back-to-back beating the Suns. Rematch of last year.
Me, Hawks, Heat. I got the Hawks.
Yeah.
And then I got the 76ers. Then I got the Bucks, and then I got the Celtics.
Okay.
I got the Heat. No. I got the Hawks.
You got the Sixers beating the
Yeah, I got the
Hawks.
Sixers beating the Hawks in the second round.
And then you have Boston beating Milwaukee.
Yes, Boston beating Milwaukee. And then I have Boston beating the 76ers in the East.
So the finals.
And then in the West, it doesn't really matter who the Suns play. It's a 4-0. And then I got the Mavs. And then I have Golden State. And then Memphis. And then I got the Suns beating the Mavs.
Yeah.
And then I got
The Memphis
beating Golden State. And then I have the Suns beating Memphis. And then in the finals, Suns in 7.
There you have it. That's our 2022 NBA playoff predictions. We hope you enjoy. I know me and Davis can't wait to watch the NBA playoffs.
I cannot wait.
It's going to be fun.
I can't wait for the Nets. The Nets-Boston series is going to be the wildest series.
Oh, I think it's going to get chippy.
The wildest first round we've ever seen. Yeah, it's definitely going to get chippy.
I can't wait for it. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, great rest of the school year if you're a student, great rest
Of your life if you're not a student.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Summer is coming.
Yeah.
Happiness is coming for everybody. Warm weather is coming, hopefully, for people in Ohio like us.
Yeah.
Make sure to try to be happy. Live life to the fullest.
Yeah, that's what people say.
Yeah.
And you guys have a great day. It's a great day to have a good day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Good night.
We'll see you next time.